Hi everyone. Today we're going to be going over PageOptimizer Pro and how to do basic on-page SEO. So for you who don't know PageOptimizer Pro, or affectionately known as POP, it is a tool that is a subscription-based tool that you can use to improve the on-page SEO score of the content on your website. Okay, so it's going to be a pretty quick and straightforward tutorial, very simple. And I'm just going to run one of my website pages through POP and show you what comes up, give you some tips on how to use the software effectively, and so on. Okay, so let's get right into it. So as you can see, I'm on my website. All you need to do is type in your URL you click create new and you type in your URL, and that you'll come across with this. So I've already done a page. We're going to start brand new. As you can see here, this page hasn't been optimized yet, but I want to show you the entire process of introducing a new page to POP. So you're going to click the create new once more, and you see the first time you do it, you're going to be clicking new project, and that's when you put the URL into POP. But the second time around, once you're already in the project, you're going to click new page. Okay, always click POP Pro, or at least I do. You can click POP Custom, but it's recommended to just go with the general settings. So you click that there, right? It'll have your URL already in. So this is how what you're going to be presented. So let's find a nice page to work on. All right, how about we try this one here? So you copy the URL of the page and you place it in this part right here. You can already see the beginning of the URL starts. So that's all you need to do, and it'll show up right here. Make sure that you've got it all right. That's easily done because you're just going to be pasting from your own website. Throw the keyword in there. So I like to at this. I mean, if you saw my previous video, you know my content silo structure, and you know how I choose my pieces of content. And at the foundational level, when I am improving SEO, I'm always choosing exact matches for my keywords. My keywords are my titles. That way, they stand a higher chance of winning the keyword and showing up in search results. So you type the keyword in the top part, and also the page name, which in this case is the same. Your language. So you pick your target region. Well, let's go with the US, and you click next. Now this takes a couple minutes to load, so we'll be right back. Okay, so once it's finished scanning the page in your site, it shows you the content right here. It shows you the SEO score. Sorry, and what you're going to want to do. So as you see here, it's pretty under optimized actually. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to click Open Report, and it's going to present you with all of this. Okay. So as you can see right here, it shows you the current SEO score of the content on your page. It shows you the current word count, as you can see, and it leaves you with recommendations as well. So as you can see, it's happy with my word count for this article. Right here, it tells you how much is needed, how many sections are needed in optimization. That looks like all of them. So let's take a look here and see. So as you can see, the search engine title and the page title are the two first items that it goes over. So despite the fact that I have used the keyword as the article title, okay, which it shows me here that I've used, and it's happy with that. See, must use, always include anything that says must use on it. So as you can see, despite the fact that I have used that, sometimes a page needs more than your keyword to actually be fully optimized. And so this luckily for us, this is actually one of those times. So as you can see here, you right here there is important terms range. So these so this is your keyword, but these are also known as important terms, and the range of important terms that this page needs in order to be optimized is 2 to 4. As you can see, we only have one important term. Now that important term may be the keyword, but it's still one short of what is recommended for this page in particular. Now that doesn't always happen, and in fact, more often than not, your keyword will be enough. But this is why checking, using tools like Pop is so efficient, because you can go over all the pages on your site and really check to see if they're optimized or not. So right here, so yeah, you have the page title and the search engine title, and at the bottom, which are always the same as well, by the way. There, as you can see, these are the same. So and then at the bottom you've got subheadings, and it shows you exactly what it wants from your subheadings. The important terms and the current count. And then there's the main content. So the main content, usually you don't have to dive into the main content. If you do it correctly, a lot of the time, most of the SEO when it comes to on page is all about the titles and the subheadings. I have noticed that in cases like this one, where the keyword is not enough to optimize your title, and it actually wants more, I've noticed that those tend to be synonymous with the need for attention to the main content. So let's give it a whirl and see what we get. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to click Content Editor. It's right here. All right. So before I click it, I'll very quickly go over a couple more of these buttons. So AI Writer. So as you can see, this is like a puzzle piece. All right. This is a puzzle. It's like a puzzle piece. We're going to have to figure out how to include one of these terms with this term in the title. You're going to, for the subheadings, I'm going to have to figure out how to implement these in subheadings. Now, what AI Writer will do is it will come up with titles and subheadings for you. It'll even come up with content, but that costs more credits, and it's not great content. If you're going to make AI content, use ChatGPT, and you can actually download this, the important terms, and you can give that to ChatGPT and tell them that you want it to cover these terms, and as long as you give it the right prompt, it'll do that for you, and ChatGPT will give you better content than this AI writer, unfortunately. But it does work pretty fine for just the title and the subheadings. However, it does cost a couple credits, and this is a credit-based platform. So it will cost you minimum, I believe it costs you 4 credits. So personally, which is about, I believe it costs $15 for 10 credits. I don't really use, I try to use as little credits as possible. And for that reason, I stay away from AI Writer. What I actually do is I just jump into Content Editor and I do it all myself manually, usually. But if writing's not your strong suit, or if you want to be more time efficient, give AI Writer a whirl. So we're gonna click Content Editor now. So as you can see, it's very similar to something you'd find on OpenOffice or Google Docs. It's just a sheet, and you want to make sure. So at the moment it's blank. It takes a minute to load, but as you can see here, it's starting to show up with all the content. You're going to want to wait for this part to happen before you click the editor, because otherwise it'll consider the page unoptimized at all. So just give it a second. Wait until you see saved right here, and then you can click to start. All right, and it's very convenient. It's all right here, and every single time you want to improve every single time you want to check the SEO score once you've made a change, you just click this button right here, and this will go up. So let's give it a try. All right. So first things first. So again, the search engine title and the page title are usually the same, and they give you the same. They want the same things from you. So as you can see, I have two H1s. I have two titles for on this page, which is a mistake that many people can make, and I've purposefully made it this time around to show you that there is such thing as too many, right? So it will tell you how many times it wants you to use a term, right? For instance, T. If I wrote T twice, it would show up as being used twice, and it would be in the green. But if I used T 3 times, it would be purple. It would be overused, and that is overusing a term is almost as bad as underusing a term. So let me show you how to fix that. So getting rid of, don't overdo it with these recommended terms. Fit in the parameters that they want from you. So as you can see, just making that change alone, I'm going to click my SEO score. Sometimes it doesn't actually show as, oh, there you go. See, I just won 2 points. Yeah, I just won 2 points and showed a little bit of self-doubt there at the same time. So for how effective it would be. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just a good practice to do. Sometimes it won't make a difference, but it is still good practice. So right there, I've already improved the SEO score by 2 points. So let's figure out. So can I take melatonin with chamomile tea? The keyword itself is not enough. And so this is where the AI writer comes in handy, by the way. It will think of one for you, but excuse my dyslexia. Now, if you're working SEO for someone, you're going to need them to approve of any title. If you're doing it for your own website, you get to be a little bit more, I guess, loose. You're a little bit more free to try what you like, even if it's maybe not something that an employer would be cool with. So, just for the convenience of time, I'm just gonna use this. With more time, I'd probably be able to think of a better addition. But as you can see, I've included the word tease into the title, and it makes sense. I'm not just adding the word tea because it still needs to look presentable. So I'm going to click the optimization score, and just to show you, there you go. It says optimize. It shows up here as being used once, and it makes a massive difference. So, and as I said, the search engine title and the page title are the same. So I will be adding this part of this addition to the title in the search engine title. Now, how you do that is you click Show Head Editor right here, and it shows you all of the code. So you find title right here, and you just add that in right there. Okay, and you escape. Look at that, already 61%. Now, in order for an article to have any semblance of positive SEO, you're going to want this to be at least 80%. 80% is when this becomes green. Around 70, I believe, it becomes yellow, and that's half decent. So, for instance, if you're scanning a new page that hasn't had any work done to it, and it shows up as yellow or in the 70s, you're off to a fantastic start. But you definitely want it in the green for any overwhelmingly positive SEO. So now that the title, search engine title, and page title are optimized, they show up as optimized, they're happy, and we can actually hide them by clicking right here. It just clears up the screen for you, so you can set your priorities. So let's work on the subheadings, right? So as you can see, there is such thing as using a keyword too much, and so it's happy that I haven't used the title as a subheading, and that's just article best practice. And it does actually affect SEO score to do that. It can hurt you. It can give you some pretty negative effects. So don't even some people include it in the conclusion. Like, conclusion: can I take melatonin with chamomile tea? And you want to check before doing that, because worst case scenario, it's hurting your SEO score. So as you can see, it wants me to say tea, and the reason that that tea isn't used, despite it obviously being there, is that chamomile tea is also an important term, and so it's going to register as chamomile tea, not as tea. And look at that. Nope, they just don't understand how melatonin's spelt. Oh yes, it is included. All right. I was just looking at the T1. So okay, we're going to scroll down, and we're going to find an opening to include these terms. Right. So potential risks and side effects. Of that's one, and we can actually add a secondary one. One sec, making sure that fits. And T. Okay, so I'm going to try killing two birds with one stone here, and including two important terms in one subheading. Well, you look at that, I got it into the yellow already. All right, as I said, most of the SEO score will be in the title and the subheadings. which is great news for you, by the way. So subheadings optimized. Subheadings are optimized. I've reached the range of important terms, and that's around the time it will consider it optimized. So close that one, and as you can see, the last thing that is needed is for me to add these important terms into the main content, and some of them are very specific. You might want to get a writer to do this for you, or if you are already writing the content of your articles, and you consider yourself a bit of a wordsmith, maybe you're up for the task. Maybe you're just as I said before, maybe you're just gonna copy all these important terms, throw them in ChatGPT, and seeing what it gives back to you. So this part will take the longest amount of time. My prediction was correct in thinking that when I said that that pages that pages that need more than the keyword are usually synonymous with the pages that require you to actually have the main content in mind as well, and including important terms in the main content. Whereas most of the time you can actually get to 100% SEO, if not at the very least into the green of what optimized status, by just making sure that the search engine title, page title, and the subheadings are optimized. So I'm considering the fact that this is supposed to be a quick tutorial, and it will take me some time to include all of these in the content. You know what? That will take too long, but what I can do, just to be cheeky, just to show you what 100% looks like, is if I just copy right here, paste right there. You look at that, I've included them. So let's see what that does. There you go. All right, we've got to a 100% SEO. Now, that's clearly not good practice, but again, it will take too long to include all of these properly. On-page SEO is very, very simple, but it does take a bit of work to do. Trust me, though, it is absolutely worth it. I hope this was very helpful, and until next time. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.